Alrighty, the solo leveling season 2 opening and ending. I am really excited about listening to these two tracks and seeing what the visual is about. Now, usually I do avoid openings and endings, but I'm doing what I do with My Hero Academia. With My Hero, I spent the entire show watching the opening and endings, and that formulated a lot of my opinions and how I viewed the show. Obviously, at this point, I've seen the first opening and ending for solo leveling, and the ending especially has really formulated how I'm viewing the show. So I'm going to watch the season 2 opening and ending. And I did see when I was watching episode 1 that Lisa does the opening and TK does the ending. These are two really big artists in the anime music world. So essentially, I just can't help myself. So I'm going to watch and just react, and then I'll go back and kind of look through and break down and see what I can find in this opening and ending. It's going to be a good time. So the opening is ReawakeR by Lisa featuring Felix of Stray. Now, I'm unfamiliar with Felix of Stray, so let's get into this. I'm really excited about this. Okay, lock in. Good imagery already. And that's Lisa's voice, if I've ever heard of it. Arise from the shadow, talk to me. Ooh. Well, I like that. This must be Felix of Stray. It's Cha. Ooh. That Egress? Yes, sir. Ooh, okay. A little roulette board. Gina. Was that the elixir of life, maybe? Oh. I think that's symbolic. Oh, I like that. Ooh. I'll keep it a buck. I was so enthralled by the visuals and not so much the music, because I'm really invested in this show. Look, overall, it's a good song, man. It's not anything special. I'll be honest, it didn't really grab me, but I'm gonna go back and look through the visuals. Look, Lisa's voice is just so iconic. It's so hard for Lisa to be in a bad song. It's like, it was a good song. And I think it gives the kind of vibes that you're looking for in solo leveling. You know, the first opening was the same, but this is what I'm here for. I'm looking through this thing because there's some stuff in here, man. First of all, Arise from the Shadow is the name of the season. That's kind of dope. I want more shows to do that where they name the seasons. Makes it feel more epic. Okay, so I could get this wrong. I think this is a pomegranate. I'm gonna have to actually look it up because I know there's Japanese symbolism about this. Actually, even though this is a Korean show, I could be absolutely butchering this. In Korea, pomegranates are a symbol of fertility and abundance. Okay, what about Japanese? Well, same thing. Cycle of life, though. That's really interesting. I only draw a lot of attention to this because I remember very well in Attack on Titan early in the show when Mikasa is having a moment when we get introduced to Eren's Titan. She's flashing to pomegranates, like a pomegranate shows up, right? So I know there's symbolism. The cycle of life thing, though, is very interesting to me, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. I could have all of that completely wrong. Like, you know, I'm Australian, mate. I don't know much about, you know, these different cultures. So if I'm just wrong on that, please correct me. This image immediately made me think of the Demon Castle, right? My understanding is that inside that gate is like a really destroyed version of Seoul. Obviously, this is not that. It just reminded me of the same building. So we'll see. I like that. I imagine this is Choi's team. Or maybe this is the S ranks, because I think that's Baek there, right? We've got Choi on the right and Cha is there. And then what happens with Cha here is very interesting. And then we flash to Jinwoo. Pink jellyfish. We get some good action sequences here. A lot of the times these sequences are completely reimagined in terms of what actually happened, so I'm not too worried about getting spoiled by this stuff. This was very interesting to me. So it's Cha being epic and a roulette board. Now, obviously we're talking about chance, but that's not here by accident. I don't know what this means though. Oh, it's got to be luck, right? There's so much talk about luck around Jinwoo. Oh, that could be all it is, which I appreciate. Now, I'm thinking this is the elixir of life, and it's Gina it's Gina holding it, which makes sense because it's for their mother. Now, I don't know what this means. A ring on a necklace. Now, I see the yellow eyes. I think of Song Yi. I don't know if her eyes are actually yellow, but she has that kind of aesthetic. I think they are. But there's just no way, right? Oh, maybe it's their dad. That's something I've been thinking about. Like, their father went missing. That's all we know in season 1. And I have a feeling somehow he's involved in all of this. And then this. I'll be honest, that hand looks feminine, and this could be like the mother, like breaking out of whatever she's in. It could be all sorts of things, man. It could be nothing. Now, this was interesting. I don't know if I want to look at this too much. Like, I almost wish I didn't look at this. So he takes the bear, and this might even damn well be the freaking elf lord, whatever. I don't know. We saw at the end of episode 1. Oh, I mean, look, that's kind of sick, man. I mean, you can only expect as much, but that's really cool. Ah, there it is again. Oh, that's really nice though. The ants, that's really cool. And the pomegranate again, but it's split in half. It's almost like blood. Is this my boy? And then it flashes. Yeah. Ooh, hold on. It's not what I thought it was though. I thought it was like the demon castle. Oh. Bodies, weapons, everything he's standing on top of to, oh, dude, yeah, they're doing stuff. Okay. There's a lot to read into here. There are human bones, like with flowers growing up beneath it. It might not be human though, because I'm looking at like the teeth situation here. But what we get after that is this. And this whole pomegranate cycle of life thing, weak looking Jinnu coming back at the end of season 1. Plus the ending in season 1, it's so interesting, man. Like there's a cycle potentially going on here. Like the system, like what is it? Like, it's really interesting. Or it could just be symbolic of the fact that this Jinnu was dead, you know? And it's a completely new Jinnu, you know? I love to read into things though, so we'll see. And that's it. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. I actually did a little bit of research before this, just in terms of like, how many people were reacting to this, because that sometimes gives me a gauge on if I should or not. I actually love making reaction videos to openings and endings, so I really wanted to do it, but I saw a thumbnail from a music reactor whose opinion I respect very, very heavily. And basically the gist of it was they didn't enjoy the song. And look, that's completely fine. Like everyone has different opinions. And this person is a very, very high level music analysis kind of person, if you will. But after listening to the song, I can see why they feel like that. And look, I felt the same way about the first opening. It's not meant to be like one of the greatest musical pieces in the world. It's about fitting it to what solo leveling is, and I think they did a good job of that. But that did kind of form a little bit of what I was expecting going into this, which is really unfortunate. It's completely my fault. But I was here for the visuals. Now, I'm going to go into the ending now as well. The ending of season 1. It's very hard for me to formulate into words how it makes me feel, but they're doing stuff with it. There are like, you know, like different Jinnus. It's almost like it's a simulation. There are doors opening and closing. It's just very interesting. So I'm really keen to see what they do in this ending. Okay, this is On Apex by TK. Now, I love all of TK's music. Obviously very famous for doing Unravel for Tokyo Ghoul. I recently did a My Hero Academia opening as well, which I really enjoyed. So this could potentially be a song that I'm really going to enjoy, as well as give me stuff to break down in the visual. So let's get about it. Here we go. They're doing it again, man. Oh, look at that. That's TK's voice. I really like what they're doing already with the visuals. Ooh. Oh, this is so interesting. Oh, this is specific to the episode. Oh, yeah. Nah, this is a good one. Lonely. Okay, first of all, that's a very me kind of song. I like that. That's going in the playlist. Now, here's the thing. This kind of stuff, I have a hard time sometimes interpreting correctly. Just know that I know they're doing stuff. Let's go through it. So straight away, there's a lot of going back and forth between shots, right? So there's I don't know how to differentiate the two. So let's say I don't know, the weaker Jinwoo and the stronger Jinwoo. So there's the weak Jinwoo running through this corridor. You can sense there's a kind of urgency about the situation, and you've got strong Jinwoo in this, you know, this big grand, you know, hallway. Like you see the difference. And a lot of this imagery was in the first ending, right? And we see later that the weak Jinwoo is behind this door, like, and he's freaking out. He's not having a good time. But we go from that door to, you know, like this throne, and present Jinwoo, strong Jinwoo, like he's sitting on this throne. He's sitting at the head of the table, but it's just him. Like he's very lonely, right? Like, and that's very in Solo Leveling's nature. And the only company we see he has is, like, you know, all of these knights, which I guess is symbolic of his shadow army. There he is. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Because it's almost like he drank poison or something, like weak Jinwoo. Oh, dude, that drop is so good. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'll listen to an entire song for weeks just off one good drop. I really like this transition as well, like from his massive shadow army, essentially, which is what I think that's referring to him just sitting at the head of a table all by himself, eating grapes. Oh, it's a good transition to, like, what's going on here, man? What's going on here? Like, this is what a show can do that really draws me in. Like, I want to know what's going on with all of this. It could be as simple as he's just lost himself. He's lost, like, who he used to be. Like, currently, he's just an all-around better version of himself. He has to keep all this secrecy about him, knowing he's killed people, but he's still a good guy. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, did he, you know, drink poison? But, like, you know, like, is this not the wine that he just drunk? It's also, like, kind of looks like blood. And then it was the broken glass that you know, he's dropped it after he's drank it. I want to know so bad. We're gonna find out, man. They do a good job in these, like, of not giving too much away, but make you ask questions. So I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the visual experience of this significantly more than the musical experience. Usually it's pretty split, but also the music that happens during the episodes are largely composed by Hiroyuki Sawano is also fantastic. Like I've been saying, it's trying to capture what Solo Leveling is about. There's a lot of hype around Solo Leveling, you know, so I think that's why they get artists like Lisa and TK. A lot of people talk about it being overhyped. Look, it is what it is, man. People have different interests. Also heard a streamer that I watch talk about Solo Leveling being a really good read, but not a good watch, which I find really interesting. And this is from someone who almost strictly reads manga. They don't watch a lot of the actual anime, but I'm here for, like, the anime, the visual experience. And honestly, I didn't watch season 1's ending until I rewatched the whole season 1 a couple days ago. So if I didn't do that, I probably wouldn't have reacted to these straight up, but it completely changed the way I was viewing the show, watching that season 1 ending. And I interpreted so many things differently. And as making reaction videos to this whole series is about my experience and how I'm viewing the show, I felt it necessary to continue that trend and kind of give people more of an insight into how I'm viewing the show. So I think through all of that, I'm going to leave this one here, and I'm very much looking forward to episode 2 this weekend as well. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know what, I always appreciate it. And we'll see you all in the next episode of Solo Leveling.